No More Newbie here. In this video I'm going to show you how to add folders to your PS4 home screen to help organize your games and your apps, and this is especially useful if you've got loads of games on your home screen so you don't have to scroll through them all the time. So this video was suggested by Ryan MD, so thanks so much for the suggestion. I hope this helps you out, and if you can, please do support the channel by using No More Newbie in the item shop. Thank you. So getting straight into it, you can actually group your games and apps into folders on your home screen. So I've got music, TV, apps, and then I've got other things. This is just for examples. You've got editing and we've got games, and then there's a few apps that you can actually add to folders. So this is an example there. You could also just use something like this, which is just showing you apps in one folder and then multiplayer games all in another folder and then all the single player games in another folder. So that's another example of different ways that you could group them. Or you could do it like this. We've just got, again, an apps folder, which has just got all the apps. Then you've got driving games, sporting games, action games. So you could group it in terms of genre of the game as well. So it's totally up to you, and it depends what sort of games you've got to start with. So it saves you scrolling across the screen like I'm doing here. I haven't got many games, but if you've got loads, I can imagine it's a real pain. So the way to start is, if you choose like Fortnite for an example, you push options on the controller and then you just go down to add to folder, and then you can click on add to folder. You can add the name of the folder to whatever you want it to be. So I'll just speed through this bit quickly. So I'm just going to put, for example, favorites, and then done. And then if you go down to select, you can add other games that you want to put in favorites. So this could be just a group of games that you're currently playing a lot at the moment, and it saves you scrolling all the way across the home page. Just click on the ones you want and confirm, and then it will add it down here into the folder. And then you can actually change the order, so sort the games in the folder in order of preference. So if you've got lots of games in here, you can just move them about to others so that they're at the beginning, so you're not scrolling through even more. So that's absolutely fine and nice and easy to do that, but there's more things we can do on here. Overall, the aim of this is to make life easier. So what you can do is go in and out of folders and add things and take things away as you want. So for example, on here, we could push the options button on the controller and we could edit the folder, or we could delete the folder only. So let's go into edit folder. We could go back into it, select other games and add them as we go if we wanted to. Okay, so I could put Share Factory just for example here, and then I could confirm. So you can, that's how you add more to existing folders if you wanted to. And then again, you can rearrange them if you want to have certain things at the front. Also, if you go into a folder and go across to one of the videos that you might want to change, what you could do is, like on Share Factory here, we could push the options button on the controller and move from this folder. So it will take it out of this folder and put it into a different folder. So all you do is go to move from this folder, and then you've got the options remove from this folder or add to new folder, and underneath there's add to an existing folder. So if we had even more, we could put it in there, but I'm just going to rename this and put editing. So there's a few apps on here that I use regarding editing. So I've got Share Factory, and I've got the PS4 remote play, even though it said PS5 on there. And so you can just add other things to it from there. So now I've got editing and favorites set up. So we could actually just do a little bit more, and actually there's a lot of apps on here, or a few apps on here, that you can't actually add to folders. So what you can do is just go through each one and just click on the options button to see whether you can add it to folder, and if you can, then just go ahead and add it to the folder that makes sense to you. And if you haven't already got a folder that's set up that makes sense for that particular app, then just create one if there's enough of them to make it worthwhile for you. So that's probably the thing, is just to make it work for you in different ways. Okay, for the games or apps that you don't use anymore but you don't want to delete, then what you could do is just create a folder for them. So push the options on the controller again, add to folder and start a new folder. And then this one I'm just going to name apps that I don't use anymore or something like that. And then just push OK, and then we could go to select and add all the ones that we want to add into here. So again, it's just creating more folders but less scrolling through across the screen. So again, really useful if you've got loads of apps and games. For me, it doesn't look that effective because I haven't really got much on my home screen because I don't really play many games. So I'm just going to tick all of these ones here, and then once I'm finished and I'm happy with that, then I can go to confirm. and that's just going to group all of these into the folder, and then I can change the order as always. You could change orders alphabetically or whatever, just leave them as they are, it's up to you. So we've got apps I don't use, editing, favorites, okay, and some of these you just cannot add, and they're going to have to be in your home screen anyway, so it's just the way it is. I can't find a way around it so that you can actually get rid of some of these apps that won't go into folders, which is frustrating. There is actually another way you can go into your folders and add things to your folders. So if you go all the way across to the library and click on the library, then you can go down to folders on the left hand side, and then that shows you your folders that you've got there as well. So if you click on one, you could obviously create a new one there if you wanted to, or you can click on the folders that you've already got there. So that's another way of getting to them if you wanted to. Now, frustratingly, you cannot change the order of your folders, so the way they get set up is how they are. I think I did actually try seeing whether it's alphabetical, so if I went into edit folder and I tried changing the name to A and then another folder to starting with B and all that sort of stuff, but it didn't make a difference to how they're organized on your home screen. I think the only thing you can do is work out in advance what folders you want, and you can just create them from last to beginning. So if you create the first folder you create, if you want that on the far right, and then I think it slots them in to the left each time you add a new folder. So you could do it that way, but certainly doing ABC didn't make a difference, which was frustrating. I hope you found this useful. There's a video on screen if you're interested in more content, or do check out my playlist. There's absolutely loads of PS4 and Share Factory related videos on there, so please do check those out. Please hit the like button, it really does help me out, and please use NoMoreNoobie in the item shop as a support of Creator Code. That helps me too. So thanks very much for watching, and bye.